So, at the time of recording this, it's been 1 year, 1 month, and almost 3 weeks since we lost our little Rupee. He was our little Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, a little angel. And when he left this world, he left a void in our lives. He was such a little angel. He really was a blessing in our lives. And even today, there's sometimes I just think of him, and sometimes in memories, I'm just like, I smile. I'm just so happy that he was in our lives. And then sometimes I just cry because I miss him, And it's just crazy how, such a little, beautiful little creature can make such an impact on your life. And I think for everybody who's had a dog, that they really bonded with that dog and really loved that dog. It's like part of the family. It's a heartbreaker, really, I know that hearts mend and everything. And obviously, as time goes past, it becomes easier. But he really was a blessing. So anyway, to get to the point, one of the last times I recorded a testimony video for Gesu Lives, it was the video that premiered just recently, the testimony of Jasper Hodges. And Jasper is a good friend of mine, a great pastor, a really cool guy, And whenever I record a testimony, or whenever I recorded a testimony, Rupee was always with me. He'd just sit very quietly behind me on the sofa. In fact, nobody would really know he was there. He might make a little appearance, just jump up and, just set himself on a different part of the sofa. But, usually he was pretty good. And if he made any noises, usually what I would do is I'd just edit the video, just edit him out of it. However, on this occasion, for some reason, I don't know what it was, Rupee's been very, very naughty. And the first part of the interview, almost straight away, he started barking. And I was like, what are you doing? I just started recording. Me and Jasper were in full flow. And Jasper was telling me about his life. And then Rupee started barking. And I was thinking, no, what are you doing? And it wasn't just that he'd started barking. It's what he did. He was very strategic, was Rupee. If he wanted something, he would let you know. And I was recording this video, and he got up off the sofa. As I'm talking to Jasper, I can see Rupee out of the corner of my eye. He runs off the sofa and positions himself right in front of me. So not only am I looking at Jasper, having this conversation with Jasper, I can see Rupee just staring at me, saying, look at me. Yeah, I'm hungry. I want something. And I was like, I'll just ignore him. Because it was such an important interview. But Rupee decided, that's not going to happen. Then he started barking. And I was trying to talk to Jasper, trying to keep this, this interview going. But oh no, Rupee had different ideas. Anyway, I had to pause the video. I said, Jasper, I'm sorry, he's barking. I was thinking maybe it was someone at the door at the same time, but it kind of really wasn't, I was trying to make excuses for my little boy, right? So anyway, I gave him a little treat, and he sat back on the sofa. We carried on with the interview. A little later, he jumped back off the sofa, did the same thing, was staring at me, and I was thinking, you are really taking a mic on now, Rupee. Still trying to do this interview. It's a very important interview. Jasper's in full flow with this testimony, and Rupee starts barking again. I had to pause the recording again. Sort Rupee out, thinking, what is going on with this kid? What is he doing? And then he settled a bit. But if you watch this video, and the whole point of, I've got to get to the point. Sorry, I do have to get to the point. So to cut a long story short, throughout this whole interview, Rupee was blackmailing me. He was basically saying, if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to start barking. And I think just instinctively he knew that what I was doing is really important. You know, he wasn't a stupid dog. He was very clever. He knew how to get his own way. And usually I just didn't mind. I'd let him get what he wanted because he wanted so little, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? He just wanted a treat every so often. He was really the best dog. But for some reason, on this occasion, he was just really being naughty. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because when it came to editing this video, and I saw all the times that Rupee actually made an appearance in this video and made his presence known, I just couldn't edit it out. Because by the time I was editing this video, Rupee had already passed away. Now, some people may not know this, but I tend to record the testimonies at least a year ahead or 6 months ahead before they're actually put out there. And that way, sometimes we may say something or discuss something which actually becomes quite prophetic. It was only when I actually watched my testimony video that I thought, oh my goodness, I said something. I think I'd said something about like, the young kids are going to, start rising up and talking about Jesus and we can't be frivolous about this. We need to, reach out for Jesus because young kids are, they're waking up and we're not young anymore. They're young and they're on fire for Jesus. And what about us? I said something along those lines. And then a year later, all I seem to be seeing on my Instagram feed and Facebook and TikTok and, my social media are young kids on fire for Jesus. So I was like, whoa, that's interesting. So sometimes we do, pick up on things ahead of time and then they start to happen a little later. So I'm not trying to make out that, that's the only reason I do it. The reason I do it also is because of time. I don't have as much time as maybe, those full-time social media content creators. Is that how you say it? So basically, I'm not quite as on it as some are. I'm doing my very best, obviously, but, I work quite long hours. And this is adding to my workload, but I love it. I do love it. I'm not complaining. So to get back to the point, usually if I'm recording a testimony, Rupee makes a little movement or, makes a little sound, I'll edit it out. But on this occasion, as I was going through the video and, I couldn't edit it out. I just couldn't do it. It just served as a memory of the time that Jasper and I got on a call to do a testimony and Rupee started to misbehave and I had to keep it in. Now, some people may think this is so unprofessional. I understand that. Like I said, if he hadn't passed away, I would not have kept footage of him misbehaving. And another reason I wouldn't have kept, him in the video was because he was due a groom and he looked a bit scruffy in this video. Oh dear, he did look a bit scruffy, to be honest. You know what I mean? Hair all over the place and just looking a bit miskept. He was due a groom and he died the weekend before his grooming appointment too. So yeah, he was due a groom. He wasn't looking his best. He wasn't acting his best, but it's the memories now. And that is the reason I kept my little misbehaving little angel on the video. So when you do see the testimony video, don't judge me too harshly and don't judge my little angel Rupee too harshly, because now I see it as a positive thing because he was just showing me his little character. Thing about Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, if you have one or if you've ever had one, is they're quite greedy little things, They could eat and eat and eat. And that's why I used to feed Rupee carrots and cucumbers, because otherwise if he had like real treats, he'd be very big, he'd be a big dog. But thank God he was a nice, swell little dog. He got put on a bit of weight at one point. I'm rambling now, aren't I? But when it's just memories. memories. I love that little boy. I love him still. I know he's in heaven waiting for me. I cannot wait to see him in heaven, people. When I see my dog in heaven, I am going to be over the moon. Maybe not over the moon. Oh, I might be above the moon. I might be over the moon, actually, now I think about it. It's heavens as high as it's meant to be, the highest of heavens. So, yeah, I will be over the moon now I think about it. But, yeah, cannot wait to see my little boy. But, yeah, so that's the reason. I am warbling. I'm sorry, people. But anyway, I'll leave it there. And hopefully you guys can understand and check out the video because it is a good one. Jasper shouldn't take a backseat to Rupee, let's put it that way. You should check out the video, see Jasper's life today and all the great things he's done and where he's come from and where he's now. It's fascinating. And like I said at the end of the testimony video, we'll get him back on again because he's got some more to tell us all about. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. You lot have a great day. And for all those who've got your dogs around them, show them all the love you can because their lives are so short, really. And just enjoy every single moment like Pasquale and I did with our little Rupee. We enjoyed every moment. I'm so glad of that now. So, yeah. Okay, God bless you people. Ciao, ciao.